Alrighty, good morning everybody and welcome to another Swish stream with Steve, and I am Steve and my team is Swish Gaming. If you enjoy the content that you see today, please give us a follow on YouTube at The Swish Gaming YT, Twitter The Swish Gaming, Facebook The Swish Gaming, and Twitch The Swish Gaming. Today we are going to start off with an Orzhov deck that Bearded Caveman went 5-0 with last week. I made 3 changes to the main deck. I've added a land. I cut one Banalish Sleeper, and I cut the 2 Kalitas and added 2 Cathar Commandos. I think this card actually is pretty good right now, and it has some cool synergy with Paragon. Sorry everybody for not being on the last few days. I have not been feeling particularly good, but my doctor's appointment went well yesterday, and things look to be okay, so that's great news. I believe I'm going to skip the NRG this weekend, though. I think I just want to hang out at home and rest up and make sure that I am feeling better. So my spot on the leaderboard, unfortunately, was pretty high, but I don't think after a week of the kind of week I've had, not getting to play test very much and just all the stress and all that, I don't think I'd play particularly well anyway. So, you know, it is what it is, but I would much rather stay home and get healthy than try to push myself too hard and feel like garbage again. So, that being said, we are going to get back to it today. We're going to start with this Orzhov deck, and assuming that I'm still feeling reasonable after a league, we're going to also play some red-green that a buddy of mine, Raja Suleiman, gave me and said he's been doing pretty well with, so we're going to try that out as well. But to start the day, we're going to get back to our normal Orzhov shenanigans. And I'm going to put this on Cardboard Live in just a second. I just remembered I still need to do that. Sideboard-wise, I'm actually just doing 14 of Bearded Caveman's 15 in the board here. Trying out Raydane seems really interesting to me. We're going to try this one out. The 4 Leyline of the Void seem pretty reasonable. I like the Oath of Kaias in the sideboard. When we initially were trying this deck, we had these in the main, but it actually probably makes more sense for them to be in the board. And the only change I actually made was I cut 1 Noxious Grasp for 1 the Elder Spell, because I think this card lines up really well with Mono Green. And I think it's pretty good against Rakdos, too, in theory. So, anyway, we're going to try this out. We're going to see how it goes. Let me go ahead and put this on the Cardboard Live for us, and we will start our league. Okay, should have that all ready to roll. Looks good. Okay, here we go. Pioneer and a league. See how we can do with this thing. Typically, we've had pretty reasonable results with Orzhov. I'm excited to try this build out. We obviously made a couple changes. Hopefully they won't be too detrimental. I think going up a land will actually be a good thing, but you never know. Would I like to play first? I sure would. Well, this is not a great hand. 5 lands is a lot of lands. I don't think we can keep this. I think I need to go to 6 here. Alright, this one plays Magic. I think I'm going to get rid of the Paragon here. Sheoldred probably better than Paragon in the blind. Let's just lead on the Swamp, I believe. Go. Swamp into Pathway on white into Sanctum is very likely going to be how we sequence. Okay, probably Mono Blue. Reed Duke actually just wrote an article about how good he thinks Mono Blue is right now. I certainly agree. We got a 5-0 with it last week, and it felt really nice. Cathar Commando is not going to be too bad, though. An instant speed threat, pretty strong. I'm happy. That's a pretty good draw, all things considered. We're going to play this on white. Really? So they make no play there. Is this a blue-white? Oh, interesting. It might actually be Lotus Field. Shieldred's going to line up really well if that is the matchup. Let's flash this in. See if they're going to do anything. Nope. Okay. Okay, combat 3. Just got to be Lotus Field here, right? They're probably about to impulse. Feels like an impulse to me. Really nice curve for us this game, which is good for me. Feel like here comes an impulse, probably after this resolves. I mean, in theory, it could, I guess, be Bant Spirits, but very slow start for them. So I feel like it's Lotus Field, but okay, it is Bant Spirits. Interesting. Not 100% what I expected there, to be honest, but I'm really happy that both of our creatures have 3 powers, so we can attack pretty freely into any X3s that he might have, which is really nice. The Bant deck plays a lot of X3 3-drops, so... Okay, and they're tapping out for me, so we're going to get a Resolve of Shieldred here, which is really good stuff. I'm, like I said, really happy about where this is going right now. It's looking pretty good. It's going to be hard for them to out-tempo a Shieldred. Huh. So I guess I'm going to attack both, and we'll just kind of see what our opponent does here. See if our opponent makes any moves. Feel good if they take a bunch of damage, and I also feel good if they try to block, because we might be able to blow some stuff out here. They get to flash in whatever they want, in theory, but... Alright, yeah, damage. Alright, works for me. Second main phase, Shieldred. Shieldred. Start pressuring that life total. And start buffering mine, but Shieldred's going to be nasty. They're just going to start shocking themselves on every draw step, and I'm going to start gaining 2 on all my draw steps. It's just going to be tough for them to get out of this. They are also in a position where they just like can't hold up Spell Queller, which is really, really nice. So I'll draw, I'll gain some life. This card is so good, man. It just always seems to overperform in every game for me. It's like not even a matchup where you would think it would be particularly impressive, but it's just going to be in play. It's going to pressure them. Yeah, that's fine. What am I more afraid of? The Lord or the Tapper? Probably the Lord. Maybe it's the Tapper, though. I don't know. Kind of interesting. We're about to put them to 8 and then to 6 with their draw step. So they're in a lot of trouble. I think I'm more concerned about the Lord, so I'm pretty sure I'm just going to Fatal Push the Lord. I think that's just a better card generically. Okay. Combat, attack. We'll get this wedding announcement into play. Tell you what, the die roll was really huge in this game for us. I'm going to eat the Phantom. Phantom's more dangerous, I think, if they rebuy it with like an Extraction Specialist, for example. A lot of these lists have been playing Extraction Specialist. I think I'm just going to sandbag the land here. There's definitely some downside to sandbagging the land, but I think I'd rather sandbag it than not sandbag it here. Alright, draw step, you go to 6. They probably have a collected company, but I don't think a Coco is like beating me right now at all. So, yep, that's fine. It's just going to be hard for them to beat this Shieldred. They have 3 turns. I mean, all right, well, double Lord there is pretty annoying, but and I've got a 4/5 Death Toucher that can rumble, so... there's like no way they can shock that in. It would put them on a 2-turn clock to the Shieldred. Yep. We go to 25. Now, I could attack with Shieldred. The only good block they have is putting both Lords on it, and then both Lords die because it has Death Touch. But I mean, I can also just like pass the turn. I guess I'll move to combat and see what they do. But they can't block with Shacklegeist, so their only option that would be reasonable is block with 2 Lords, which seems pretty poor. But honestly, it may be better for me to just not attack with Shieldred and even give them that option, because I assume their hand is just like more collected companies. But if that's the case, we could like lose to Coco into multiple more Lords. Which, I mean, they've got 5 more Lords in their deck, right? So it's not that unlikely, I guess, that they would hit more Lords. I feel like they have another collected company in their hand, just the way this game is developed. I think that's like very plausible, at least. Let's begin combat. Yeah, smart from the opponent here to not tap. I guess they could tap the Shieldred with 4/4/2/4 and then leave the 3/4 back because it's a good blocker. Yeah, that's actually a really heads-up play. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to give up my Graveyard Trespasser here, because if I attack with both of these creatures, I get in 1 point of damage and 2 points of damage here, and then their draw step will put them to 2, so they have 1 turn to kill us, and I don't think they're killing us in 1 turn. So I actually am going to send both creatures here. This also will draw us a card, which, you know, is fine. That's not really what's exciting here. What's exciting is putting them on as low as they will be from this attack. Yep. Damage, you go to 4. Second main. Play land. F6. Draw a card. Okay, that's not too bad at all. Oh, and that triggered Shieldred again, too. I didn't even realize that. Man, Shieldred's sick. It's already been, what, almost a 12-point swing, at least. We've had 3 draws. They've had 2 draws. So... Oh, the Apparition? That's disgusting. That's really bad for me. It's too bad. That is too bad. Okay, Fatal Push. Pretty good draw. They do have 2 mana open, which is a little bit scary. So what do I want to get back with this missionary? I think it's the Trespasser, because I can play Trespasser, eat my commando, and then if I attack with Trespasser, they'll die. I think that makes sense. I like this on black. Let's kick this. I don't like that Trespasser's not good against Queller, but like, I feel like that needs to be the take. I'm just going to pass. Maybe they'll get aggressive and flash in a Rattle Chains. That'd be ideal. They're kind of incentivized to a little bit. Okay. That's pretty gross. Now they can eat my commando. pretty bad for me. Pretty bad for me. Things have really turned around in this game. Yeah. Really? They hit my fatal push? That seems kind of strange. They have to be careful about how they attack. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna kill the Supreme Phantom. I don't hate our position here. Kill this. Because now they have to have an answer to my Trespasser, or they're gonna die. I mean, I really have no great attack. I guess, like, attacking with Missionary is fine. It's just a free life gain. They don't have a good double block. They could hug it with Cemetery, but that's fine. Then I'm just up 3 life, which I think is good. Okay. It's actually a really good tap by them, I think. No attacks. Second main. Play this guy. I'm gonna eat the Supreme Phantom. And again, I think I'm gonna hold the land just to keep my opponent guessing here, but need to dodge another Skyclave. But if they can't Skyclave me, I guess they can Cemetery Gatekeeper, eat the creature in the yard. So that's a little bit concerning. So they're not dead yet. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, one of the best draws in the deck here would be Obsidat. That's one they're not going to be able to beat. That is not good for me at all. But currently they only have 3 blockers, so they need another blocker here, which they probably have, but I guess they can tap both of their Shackle Geists. A little late on that. 3, 5, 7, 10. They still don't quite have lethal. I'm going to move to combat. So they'll tap my Missionary. By tapping both their Shackle Geists, I would imagine. Yep. Okay. Now, how do I do this? I feel like attacking all might be the play just to get this Selfless Spirit off the board, and then I have it to potentially eat next turn. This Gatekeeper card, man, super annoying that it's just like hitting the stuff that I could target with Trespasser. Sending all is kind of awkward, but yeah, so they go block 2/2, block 2/2, block Trespasser, sack this, then they're going to eat this with the Gatekeeper. So maybe I just don't do that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh. The problem with not killing the spirit is I'll be dead to a lord. I'm almost dead to a lord anyway. 4, 8, 11, 15. So I'm taking 15 damage if I get the spirit off the board. The thing about this attack that'll be interesting, though, is I still have a trespasser. I'll still have this. They do lose this. So I'm, like, losing both my tokens to get this off the board, which I think it is maybe worth it. I'm not sure. It's a tough call. Tough call. Do I want to be just dead to another lord? They've seen 3, so they have 5 left in their deck. They could Coco into 1. Also just dead to my opponent, just flashing in a spirit if I leave this in play. So I think I have to turn them here. Yeah, no, I'm not super thrilled by this, but I think this is what I have to do. This has been a really interesting game 1. But I think if I don't get aggressive here, I just snap lose the game. Yep, the obvious blocks. Yep. Yep. Go. Okay. Yep. Sure. Quite a tight game here. Played that off the top of the deck. It's disgusting. Okay, interesting. Turn too late on that. We really needed to draw that last turn, to be honest. So I can tap this, I can tap this, I can block this. Yeah, we just gotta try and get some combat going. Okay, what are you discarding? A Temple Garden. So I guess I fire this up now. And they'll tap the Hive down. We'll send the Lifelinker. And then something will have to die. Which Hopefully. God dang it, man. I guess that's fine. Okay. As long as any creature dies here, we can win with this Trespasser. This has been a heck of a game. Okay. Oh, they have to tap. Yep, and now they have lethal, don't they? It's pretty insane. Three, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. Yeah, 14 in the air. Wow. That's pretty frustrating. It's a really tilting way to lose right there. But at least it was a good game. Event seems good. Oath of Kaya seems fine. Noxious Grasp seems pretty good. That's probably about it. I think Duress is kind of interesting against them too, but I feel like Wedding Announcement is pretty poor. And Cathar Commando, not amazing here either. I think this is what it's supposed to look like. That's what I'm going to try. Ayo my shin. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, man. We're going to try this and see how it goes. That's a horrendous opener. That's also a pretty bad opener, but I think we're going to keep this. And we're going to get rid of the Urborg. Or the Godless Shrine. It actually might just be the Godless Shrine. Urborg's an untapped land always. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Go. Might just play Sleeper as a 3-1, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to get a 3-1 down. Go. Attack for 3. We'll see if they trade. I can't imagine they will, but who knows. Maybe they will. It's a lot of damage to take. Yep. Alright, cool. Trespasser can come in, eat their guy. Pretty good. Yet again, we're making it so they can't leave up Queller if they don't want me to flip my Trespasser, and they probably would not like that, so... Yep. Ooh, Lily of the Veil was a great draw there. I think I'm just going to Lily Edict here. Yeah, that puts me in a really good spot, so let's do that. Lily, Edict to attack, eat your guy, trigger. least main phase Coco will play into Extinction Event pretty hard. Yeah, just hit some evens, please. Okay, those would indeed be some evens. My opponent is getting Extinction Evented on even here. Let's say goodbye to those. Probably going to leave this in my hand and just plus to discard it. I think I like that. Let's plus discard. Each player discards. Okay. Combat. Just going to keep attacking their graveyard. Going to keep hitting relevant types like that in case they Cemetery Gatekeeper again. Well, not in too bad of a spot. We've got a Lily Edict available. And a Trespasser still is kind of beating them up, so... Missionary, not a terrible last card to have either, especially with a sleeper in the yard to Edict them again. Alright, you animals, stop having collected company. Come on. Come on. It's a little bit ridiculous. Sure. It's a good one. So now I just... So I guess the best play is Edict you, kick this turn. I believe, at least. Yeah. Edict. Could push either one if I want, because I have Revolt now, but I think they'll probably keep the Selfless Spirit. I don't know. It's close. It depends what their hand is. If they have a Lord, then they probably keep the Queller, I guess. Okay. Attack, eat your guy. Kick this. Yep. Sure. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to push the Selfless Spirit and then Edict. Ooh, that's nice, too. We'll sack the 3-1, and then we'll obviously eat the Catilda, so we don't have to deal with that again later. Okay. Could have another 1-mana Spirit here, which would be annoying, but... kind of Stormy, yeah. Yeah, I got a 5-0 last week. And we're going into game 3 right now. Game 1 was very close. We got them to 1 life. I think I did everything I could to win game 1, honestly. I think my opponent just played very, very well. Yeah, I can't imagine I really want to change anything else. Wedding announcement doesn't seem good here. Raydane's actually interesting because it flies. It also makes Collected Company 6 mana, which is not nothing, I guess. Probably not as good as Oath of Kaya, but it's interesting. Would I maybe rather have Raydane than, like, Obzadot, being that I'm going to be on the draw? I could actually buy that. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Making Collected Company uncastable sounds good to me. And also just having a blocker. Okay. Well, that's just one of the most depressing hands you're ever going to look at. We have to mulligan this. Alright, this hand's good. If I want to get rid of the Oath of Kaya, probably. It's close. We could be greedy and bottom a land. There's some argument for that. There's actually a good amount of argument to bottom a land here. It's a little dangerous, but, like, I'm on the draw. We have 22 more to draw to. That's probably a little greedy. Oath is just, like, so good. It's awkward at sorcery speed, though. I guess it's the worst card. That's a tough one right there. Just really frustrating we had to mulligan every single game. Well, I'm gonna... I think I'm actually just gonna play Vent, and then next turn I can with Thoughtseize plus push. Good turn to get the Vent in. Okay, really good draw there. Thoughtseize you. What you got? Whoa, Toski. Well, I gotta take their Toski, because I'm not gonna be beating that very well, so that needs to go bye-bye. Fortunately, their hand is, like, pretty bad. They don't have white mana. They kept on the strength of Toski, which is kind of wild because Toski isn't even that amazing against our deck. We have 5 or 6 Edict effects, and then we also obviously have the Extinction events. So, well, that was a good top deck. Yeah, and that was their top deck. So, okay. So they're just going to flash in a Queller here, which, unfortunately, I probably have to kill. I think I have to kill this. I really do. It's just, like, too much tempo if I let this hang. Okay. Okay, so they played this. So I know their hand is those 3 cards unknown. Huh. Wonder if I'm just supposed to fire up the Shambling Vent and attack for 2. Yeah, I know it is. It's really unfortunate. What's also unfortunate is that I boarded out the Obsidat. Drawing a Raidane right now is significantly worse than Obsidat would be, but... So maybe that was a mistake. I really don't want to play this into Queller. They're going to flash it in anyway. I'm just going to fire this up. This seems pretty free here. Just attack with this. They flash in Queller, but then I'm gaining the 2 I'm about to lose. I don't know what it is about my opponents just top decking perfect all the time, dude. This is so stupid. He top decked White Source into Collected Company? Like, come on, man. It's a joke. It's an actual joke. There are no 2 better draws in his whole deck. Oh, they won't. Yeah, it's also a pretty much perfect Collected Company. The 4th Queller and a Lord. Well, what can you do? I've mulliganed every single game, and my opponent had 2 just complete perfect draws. I don't think I could have played any better. Even had I cast Shouldered there, they Coco into Queller anyway. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, there's like no way I'm beating the 2 Quellers in their hands, so let's just save ourselves the time. What a stupid game. Alright, well, on to the next one. Opponent's hand had actual 0 castables in it, and they top decked a White Source into a Collected Company. I don't really know what more you can say. I agree. I agree, Cheese. Much more skilled. Much more skilled. Truly, I need to just quit falling for the trap of casting Thoughtseize. This hand's awkward, but it is at least keepable. Wish my mana functioned a little better, but we're going to keep this. Better to play this one first, I think. Yo. Looks like they're playing Heroic. Oh, they're on the Artifact deck, sure. Okay, well, Sleeper and Paragon's going to be sick. We know this will enter untapped, so we're going to play this and pass. Patchwork Automaton. We are going to Edict you. I think, anyway. Could also Fatal Push. I think I like just getting this in the yard, though. It sets me up better for later. Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and Edict? Go. Oh. I guess I can wait to kill this. Probably. Do I get punished for waiting at all? Could also Thoughtseize and just play Missionary this turn and then push this later. I guess there's like no huge rush. Well, also, while Thoughtseize should be banned, it's also unplayable. That's fair, cheese. Yeah, I think it probably is too, cheese. Yeah, so I don't care about most of this. I think I just take the Ingenious Smith. Just take the guaranteed 2-for-1. The Mikoko's Reign of Truth is, like, annoying, but I think I'm fine to just take the Smith. I don't know, though. Maybe it's the Reign of Truth? I'm worried that Ingenious Smith just, like, hits a Darksteel Citadel if we leave it in their hand. It's also just a guaranteed 2-for-1. I think we gotta take this Smith, right? Okay. So they can double spell here, which sucks. They can play... Okay. It's not exactly what I thought they were going to do, actually, but it's fine. Sure. I thought they would just play a Serpent as a 1-1, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll take 6. Okay, that was a good draw. I think Fatal Push here is better than Paragon, although, again, maybe not, because if I play Paragon, next turn I can kick this plus Fatal Push. Kick this, sack this, gain 2. So I'm going to take, like, a pretty big hit. But it's not such a big hit that Push blanks... I know Push blanks the Saga. But we have a pretty good amount of life to play with here. And Edict plus Push next turn is, like, super efficient. We just get to kill every threat he has other than Mikoko. This can potentially be a 9-power Trampler, so we'll take 9, go to 5. Pretty dangerous. All that glitters plus land and then throws the Shadow Spear on. You're right. That would probably be lethal. Okay, we'll play around that, I guess. I can probably do all this next turn, though, right? I don't need to do it on my main phase. I don't think they main deck Valorous Stance or anything, so I think waiting makes sense. I think waiting makes sense. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it does. Yeah, I mean, a little dangerous to not play around Valorous Stance, I guess, but I feel like my opponent just very, very easily just gonna play their other creature here, I would imagine, but who knows. Sure. pay the ward. This card's going to be really annoying. Yeah. Okay. Problem here is the Knowledge Sleeper isn't even like that good. How big is this going to be? A 6/6? So I guess my best play is like play this, pass turn. He has to throw Shadow Spear on the Serpent so I can't double block, which I would be willing to do. And then next turn I can buy this back, sack this, then I have double block available. Trespasser forces him to cast a spell, but I feel like that's going to happen regardless. I think this is definitely the right play. Go. It's possible we played this game too scared of them top decking a land. What's up, Ill Will? Because if I would have gone with my line, we would be in just insanely good shape. But I do agree, Cheese, that it was worth considering them top decking an untapped land and going all in on their guy. But I think this has put us in a worse position now. Yeah. It has trample, so there's really no reason for me to block. Alright, well, that was the perfect draw. Sometimes you get a little bit lucky. So let's kill this, and then let's Edict them. I think I'm going to sack the Sleeper because I'd like to attack and gain 2 life. Although being able to rebuy the Missionary would be nice, but I think I like getting in damage. Gains us a pretty real amount of life to making that play, sure. It's annoying. Okay. Ooh, Cathar Commando paying off huge dividends here. So I think I attack with Paragon. And then if he... Well, no, it's probably stupid. Huh. This is really interesting how I want to sequence here. If I attack and he just doesn't block, that'd be awkward. Could just play the Trespasser here, I guess. Get more pressure on him. Incentivize him to block more later. I think I like this. I guess this is bad if he top decks another All That Glitters, but... Yeah, maybe this was actually dumb. Maybe I'm just supposed to Commando there. That was a little dangerous of me. But even if he draws All That Glitters, it's still not a lethal attack from him. Okay. Okay. Is that play even good? Now I just double block, and I can rebuy either of these with Paragon. I don't even feel like this is a good attack. Like, I don't even care which one he kills. I'll just replay it off the Paragon. Paragon looking insane in this game. Had it the whole time, what do you mean? Yeah, Cheese, that's fair. Sure, I gain another 2. He gets to re-equip. Pretty good draw there. There's a pretty darn good draw there. Well, now I probably just push this, play this, eat one of his things, attack. Excuse me. Never drawing lands is a little annoying with my only 5 drops in my deck in my hand, but hard to complain when I'm top decking a bunch of fatal pushes, I guess. Deck really is paying it forward, isn't it? That's very true. Well, it's a Serpent, which I'll be blowing up with this Commando. Opponent probably not going to be happy these are in my main deck. Did they fix Paragon? I have no idea what was wrong with it. I don't even know what was wrong with it. He's calling a judge as we speak. That's true. He probably is. Main deck Commando, unbelievable. I'm really doing it because of Rakdos just playing a bunch of artifacts all the time. Why would you not put Giganta in hand there? That had to have been a mistake, right? Can't instant speed equip anything here, so this is a very free attack for me. Okay, attack all. Eat 2 of your guys. Kind of amazing. We were at 3, and now we're going to be at 20. Okay, opponent just going to 1. Well, they're going to die to their draw step now. Play this. Honestly, maybe shouldn't even show them Shieldred, but, like, let's just win the game. They're 100% dead, I think, anyway there, but... Man wants a deck check. Yeah, he probably does. But anyway, I'm really doing it because Rakdos is... Some Rakdos lists... I know Edgar Magalhaes posted a list on Twitter this week with no main deck Trespasser and multiple main deck Curse. And if people are moving to those kinds of builds, I'm just going to want main deck Commandos. It also deals with Sky Sovereign, which I know Ginger has played for a while. So I think it's just like a pretty good card, actually, in the format. Blows up Binding. Really good synergy with Paragon. Thank you very much for the follow, and let me go ahead and actually bring our alert box back up. Turned it off on Monday when we got that Frank Karsten raid because I didn't want 1,000 people following at once or whatever. But anyway. Alright, so that was nice. We got that game. Oath of Kaya probably pretty good. Extinction Event probably pretty good. Noxious Grasp is medium, but it deals with Giganta and Ingenious Smith. So I think I'm going to bring in the one of. Mainly just a nice, clean answer to Giganta seems nice. Not a very good Obsidian matchup. Probably going to cut these. Just sat and rotted in our hand that game. We were pretty lucky it didn't cost us. Duress is better. Oh, sure, than Extinction Event. What if we want both? Maybe we want both. It's possible we want both. Paragon actually felt really good. Shieldred is probably good. It's a very good blocker because it has Death Touch. And just those triggers will probably add up. The wedding announcements are probably not for this matchup, right? Probably a pretty easy cut. I feel like I want Extinction Event and Duress. Extinction Event on even seems really reasonable against their deck. They're playing Mikoko, Patchwork, and the Serpent. Maybe it's just Shieldred. Maybe Noxious Grasp is a little too loose. I don't know. I could see Noxious Grasp being a little too loose, maybe. Maybe we could go down to 1 Shieldred. With Showdown, that's fair. That makes sense. So yeah, we... I think this sideboard plan makes some amount of sense. I don't know. This is what we're going to try. Man, dude. Have I had to mulligan, like, every single hand today so far? I think I have. Mike, are you saying you didn't like playing against it, or you just didn't think it was good? Well, we're going to keep this. Obzidot's particularly good against Rakdos, because they have no way to kill it at all. And it's like a pretty good finisher against aggressive decks. We could have certainly left it in this matchup, but I think it's just like on the play, I think it's more reasonable. What am I bottoming here? Probably the Trespasser seems the weakest to me. I'm going to get rid of Trespasser, I believe. Just keep 3 good answers. Sure. Excuse me. Oh, man. All right, let's do this. Go ahead. I'll take 1. Sure. Sure. I think I'm probably just going to play this as a 2-3. I think that makes a really good amount of sense here. So let's do that. I don't need to go too crazy with value here. Let's just get on the board with a nice little 2-3 lifelinker. Next turn I can Oath of Kaya the Ingenious Smith, assuming he doesn't buff it above a 3-3. I really do like how much life the Orzhov deck gains. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Sure. It's fine with me. They can punch me for 4. Okay, that was a really good draw. Alright, Oath of Kaya. Kill your Ingenious Smith. Gain 3. Is attacking better than blocking? It gets some damage on them. And blocking is going to be pretty tough if they have anything. Yeah, let's attack. I think trading 2 for, like, we're not losing any life if they hit me with the brutes, so I think in theory this makes sense. Yeah, and this was going to let them have a good attack anyway. We're going to take like 1 more damage than we would have. A little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh, Vanishing Verse can deal with this, I guess. Which is probably correct. A little awkward to have to play this as a land here, but I think I do. And I think I do just hit the Makoko. I could Banalish Sleeper Edict, I guess. It's more mana efficient, but I just have to play this. I have a bunch of recursion anyway. They've just gotta verse this. I'm not thrilled about it, but that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, I'll take 2. Opponent just getting like flooded on Showdown or something over there, like. No, okay. pretty gross. Ginger Brute, Lord. Okay. This is the type of game where we'd love to draw an extinction event, by the way, though. Alright, let's duress you. Rest in peace. And a Stone Coil Serpent, huh? Okay. Might just be better to play this as a 3-1 to block. I don't even know that Edicting makes sense. Just gonna lose an Ornithopter that isn't doing anything. If I play a 3-1, he can't hit me with the 2-2. Huh. Well, no matter what, I'm gonna attack. Let's get that over with. I really don't feel like Edicting here makes any sense. I'm just going to cast this. Keeping the Ingenious Smith back seems good. Yeah. It's a pretty darn good top deck from our opponent there. What more can I expect? And I have to block this. We just need to draw like a Fatal Push or an Extinction Event. Extinction Event here would be broken. We just name Odd and get rid of all the Brutes. So Extinction Event, probably the best draw in the deck. Liliana of the Veil, it's pretty terrible. So this currently is +4/+4. So if I just attack and then play this and kick this is probably my best option. So let's do that. He can make them all unblockable. 5, 6, 7. He can 7 me. He can actually pump the Ornithopter, right? Pumping Ornithopter would be pretty brutal. Is play this, kick this better than just like an Edict? I think it is, because it'll gain me more life in the long run. God, I'm going to take a lot of damage. Tons of damage. I don't know that I have a better play, though. 5, 6, 7. Taking, at minimum, 7. All right, play and kick. Go. Liliana Plus, I guess, was an interesting line, too. Probably bad, but... Oh, come on, man. What is that? Just 2 of these off the top in a row? Dude, I don't know why I registered Thoughtseize ever. It's just amazing how well my opponents draw. Holy smokes. Just 2 perfects in a row. Meanwhile, we can't find a Fatal Push. Alright, well, that was stupid. So they have Rest in Peace. Do I want a second Shieldred on the play? I don't know how much I actually like Graveyard Trespasser. It, like, pressures them pretty well, but it's kind of a bad card in the matchup, to be completely honest. I wonder if I'm supposed to cut these. It's only correct to register Thoughtseize if you're playing combo. Yeah, I guess. Is Trespasser bad? Banala's Sleeper is effectively a 3-drop in this matchup, so Cathar Commando kind of is too, to be honest. Doesn't have to be, but obviously they're flexible, which is nice. I don't know, Trespasser's like pretty good, but you don't think it's worse or better than a 4-drop? Shieldred, I think, just gains us a lot more life and actually pressures without having to attack, and always can trade, right? It can just always trade with anything because it has Death Touch. I think I am going to bring in the other Shieldred. Noxious Grasp is kind of interesting, too. Probably bad, but we'll bring in a couple Trespassers back. I might even want, like, one Obsidian. I don't know. We'll try 3 Trespassers still. I feel like this card is not very good in this matchup, though. It's, like, fine. It's serviceable, but... Alright. This is a hand we can keep. You like Grasp? Yeah, maybe it should have been in. Grasp over a Trespasser, I think, would have been totally fine. Especially because we've seen Rest in Peace out of them, so we know Trespasser's triggers might not even be relevant. Sure. Okay. Play this. Go. That's true. It does have a lot of targets, for sure. Okay, I'm going to Fatal Push the Brute. Then we're going to Lily Edict. Play this on white. Go. So now they'll fire up Vault and kill my Liliana, more than likely. Yeah. They miss a land here. That'd be pretty good for me if that's the case. Nope. Sure. Oh, it's a really frustrating missed land drop. They were just going to play Missionary and leave up Push. Makes the most sense. Good news is our hand is pretty sweet, so... That's interesting, Mike. I've had a really different experience. I've thought Obsidian was excellent. Against, like, good decks, at least. Maybe I should have killed this to cut him off of mana. I guess I probably should have, in hindsight. At least their hits here weren't super busted. I mean, it's still pretty bad for me. Why is he playing all his spells before hitting the second chapter? That's a little interesting. I'll kill this, I guess. Lily Edict is like very medium here, so we're probably just gonna play the Trespasser. This showdown is gonna be really problematic. You gotta love adding a land to a deck and just missing every single land drop still. Thoughts on pushing to stop him from having 4 mana? Yeah, I should have done that, Cheese. I definitely should have done that. I caught it too late. Yeah, I mean, it's not 4 mono green, right? And I had a game against mono green where I drained them for 28. It didn't matter that I couldn't get through a Cavalier. They couldn't attack me either, but I was playing a different build. I have, like, gifted ABs and stuff in that build, so it was harder to attack for green. It's for Rakdos. It's, like, pretty good against aggro. Thraben Inspector would be interesting. I wouldn't say it's bad. Oh, they had another showdown? God, I'm so screwed. My deck did not do me any favors, though. Not being able to get this into play turn ago. Pretty bad. Oh, okay. I'm just going to pass, and we're going to either Fatal Push the Ginger Brute. Probably just going to do the Ginger Brute, and I'm just going to try and top deck a land to Extinction Event them on even. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe I'm not supposed to be cutting wedding announcements, I guess. That's a way to draw cards, but... I don't know. I think we've run pretty darn cold so far today. Our opponents have top decked multiple perfect cards in a row multiple times. I'm missing lands. I'm mulliganing to 6 almost every single game. Deck is not doing me any favors today. I probably wouldn't win with Rakdos either if I just, like, got stuck on 3 lands and opponent's top deck perfect every single turn. This game, at least, like, my opponent is certainly flooded, so there's a chance, but... yeah. No, I agree. I agree. We've still certainly got a chance here. I need to draw land, and it needs to be untapped, which there are plenty of tap lands that we can draw, which is very unfortunate, but sure. It's kind of funny. He's also just, like, not respecting Extinction Event at all, but honestly, it probably doesn't matter. I've just, like, had too many terrible turns. We'll see what happens. We need an untapped land, that's for sure. Alright, well, we can at least play the game. Call even. He also should have just been loading up Mutavaults. Mutavaults are way harder for me to beat than anything else. Like I said, though, none of this I don't think really matters. Oh, we're going to attack, get some damage, get a trigger, eat a Ginger Brute. Yeah, eat a Ginger Brute. I don't know that that really matters that much, but damage. Go. Another chapter of Showdown here is pretty brutal. Yep, another Serpent's really bad for me. That's also pretty bad for me. Man, this guy just refusing to put counters on Mutavaults. It's just unbelievable. So he could, he can't fire up a vault anymore. I really don't get it, to be honest. Yeah. Still works out fine for him, but I just don't think this Stone Coil needed to be as big. But who knows? Unfortunately for me, I think I'm pretty dead. That's true, Cheese. What if I have Field of Ruin? Well, I think I'm pretty dead. I think I am pretty dead. Huh. Paragon doesn't do anything. Liliana doesn't do anything. Make this unblockable. They have this. I think we're probably better off just going to the next one. Unbelievable. Yeah, I agree. No, what was unbelievable was Game 2 of this match and Game 3 of our last match. We've been double top decked twice in this league in spots where we were like in really good position. Unfortunate, but what can you do? The woes of playing Thoughtseize. Yeah, Cheese, that's fair. I do what I can. Alright, finally, a keepable hand. That's helpful. Go. Sure. I think I just want to get this down and start attacking against mono green. Go. So I have to go castle shock into or Godless Shrine shock into castle. Yeah. Alright, I think I might Lily Edict that. Fairly certain I'm going to Lily Edict that. Just keep him off Karn. I think this should set up very nicely. That was like a perfect draw, not going to lie. Very good. I can ditch one of these and then replay it with Trespasser, which is nice. Sure, him having to go to 15 there is good. Yeah, I don't care. It's fine. Thoughtseize was a nice draw, too. Let's plus. Pitch a Trespasser. Currently he sits at 3 mana. I think I'm just going to play a Paragon here, and then next turn I can either replay the Liliana if he kills it, or I can replay the Trespasser plus Thoughtseize. I guess I can Trespasser Thoughtseize here too, which is like fine, but I think I'd rather get that flyer into play to just start beating him up and have the option to replay Liliana again. Paragon's where we want to be with this. Go. Yep, Lily dies. Sure. Just replay it next turn, so I really don't care. God dang it, man. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, well, I can hellbend them here, so that's very likely what we're going to do. Thoughtseize you. I mean, I can just nuke his whole hand, so it's what we're going to do, but the problem is 6, 7, 8. He has 8 devotion. I actually just have to let him keep it to Fairy, don't I? I have to just take Storm and replay Trespasser here. Yeah, cheese. I don't know, man. People are not good. What can you say? Yeah, he has enough mana to flash this back, so I legit have to take this, play the Trespasser, eat it, let him have a Tef, which is a disaster, but it's what I need to do. Yeah. Thanks, Igloo Boy. Appreciate it, man. Certainly glad to be feeling a little better, that's for sure. Okay. It's annoying, but it's certainly beatable. I think I just double block one of these. Double block, then can attack and kill the Teferi. Gain 3 life. Or gain 2 life. So take 2 total. I think I need to get this off the board. Oh, that's interesting, actually. I can blow up. So... Okay, let's kill this Tef. Then I think I just replay the Sleeper as a 3-1 and then flash in Commando. Most mana efficient play. Fair enough, Igloo. Yeah, I know. I've seen some lists play a couple of Red Omen. Yeah, Trial's pretty hard to give up. That card is pretty strong, in all honesty. Oh, what is the right play? They just like have to get creatures on the board here. I don't know. Maybe that's not right, but I mean, I have to be able to block this lair of the Hydra. Opponent can make it just infinity large here, so... Oh god, another Oath. Yeah. That's really not good for me at all. Chump block this, go to 8. Seven, I guess. It's an interesting draw because... Okay. God, just as usual, 1 mana short of where I need to be. If I could crack him with Commando here, this would be kind of it. I guess he can fire up both layers, though. Huh. If I pop his Old Growth Troll, he still has 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. It's a lot of mana. A lot of mana. Liliana Edict doesn't do anything. I just have to, like, do I just have to not attack? I guess not attack is probably the best play. If that's the case, I probably should get this going to just get tokens to keep chump blocking these. Gotta be my best play. Yep, no more attacks. I can't do it anymore. Sure. Sure. Don't know why you wouldn't do that before activating Nykthos, but who cares, I guess. I don't really have an out to this. So, pretty unfortunate. Feel like Raidane in theory should be good here against Storm the Festival and all their a lot of their planeswalkers, so we'll try them. Obsidian, I agree, is too slow. Wedding Announcement is nonsense. Don't really like Graveyard Trespasser very much in this matchup either. I'm going to do something like that. Missionary is not really where I want to be here either, though, to be honest. Actually, Missionary should probably go. Paragon's kind of whatever, too, but being able to replay Sleepers could matter, Liliana's. So I guess I will go back to Trespassers. The problem with Missionary is it just, like, doesn't really do what I need it to at all. How has the Elder Spell been? I haven't brought it in yet today, but every time I've cast it in Pioneer, it's been really good thus far. think this is probably where I want to be. Let's try this. Oh, we'll keep it. It's not super exciting, but I think I'm supposed to keep the 2-mana 3/1 into... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan this. Maybe it wasn't good enough, thinking about it more. That's a good draw. I'm just going to do that. It's a lot of OGTs over there. I feel like I probably have to take an OGT, although taking Oath is kind of interesting, but he's going to draw lands eventually, so I feel like I need to take an Old Growth. Yeah, I just don't have the tools to deal with this right now. Go. Sure. Edicting him ramps him, which I don't really like, but it does keep me off a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure off me. Huh. I really hate ramping him, to be honest. Probably just need to do this here. Yep. Yep. So we can actually play Teferi plus Nykthos again. Don't know that he's going to do that, but he could. Yep. So what? He oafed into one of these and had the draw step into this or this. So these were his two cards. I mean, just again, like actual perfect two cards in a row for our opponent there. Been a real theme in this league. It's just what are the next best two possible cards my opponent can draw. They've had it almost every time. It's a little ridiculous. Cavalier may have been better, but better than Karn. But that's about it. I think the pressure from the OGTs was too much, personally, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it should have been Oath. There was certainly argument. I just think our hand was really weak to OGT, and they had two. But, yeah, I mean, maybe it was right to get rid of the Oath. Obviously, in hindsight, I wish it would have taken the Oath. This wouldn't have been castable, and they wouldn't have dug into this. But they would have, I mean, still found it in the next three or whatever, so... They still would have been able to... Yeah, it's just... Pretty disgusting. We're going to move on to the next one here. Rough league. Really rough league. But again, I think we've mulliganed like 5 or 6 times this league. I think our opponent has double top decked us now like 3 times, and you know, we've played 8 games of Magic and we've been double top decked 3 times. So I don't really know what you can do. Okay. This hand's nice. And we're on the draw, which I think might actually be good for us with a hand like this, but okay, either probably Abzan and Greasefang, could be like a green-black mid deck too. Alright, well, we're gonna play this on black. We're gonna Thought Seize. Okay, so they're just playing a mid-range deck. It's gonna take their Trespasser, I believe. They're probably gonna struggle with Wedding Announcement. That's good news. Then if they blow it up, we can Paragon it back at some point, which is pretty cool. So don't hate that at all. That's also a pretty good draw there. I could Trespasser them too, but I think that's a lot worse if they like drew a Liliana and are trying to Edict me. Abrupt Decay will be really annoying here. So if they top decked one. Does not look like they did. We know that they have these 4 cards in their hand. Sure. That one's not looking particularly impressive here. Yeah, Edict a 1/1 token. You got it, man. You got it. Alright, now it seems like a good time to do this and eat their Trespasser. I think I want to ditch the Cathar Commando. Sure. Get a Plains here. Okay, trigger you discard. Yeah, so we have gotten a ton of value in this game thus far. Unfortunately, all they've drawn are lands, so it hasn't mattered that much, but alright. Thought Seize you, and then Vanishing Verse, I guess, going to be our play. Wow. Okay. Definitely going to verse this. Get another guy, get an Anthem. Don't hate my spot, but I also don't really love it either, to be honest. Field of Ruin me again, sure. I feel like the Paragon is a lot better, but if I don't get a Swamp, I can't cast Liliana of the Veils, which could be a problem. But another black source is a lot more likely than a white source. I can't wait to draw Lily of the Veil. It's like 100% what I'm going to top deck to. Okay. Well, certainly not drawing a land. Imagine adding a land to like every single deck and just losing games this way. Alright, well, I'm trying to figure out what their card is. I don't even know that Thoughtseize is worth playing, to be honest. Probably not. I'm just going to leave up Vanishing Verse. Now they blow up my pathway too, probably. Sure. Attack you. Go. Okay. At least it's only a 2/2. Can't Vanishing Verse it though. Yeah, I mean, this has just been the whole league. It's just insanity. Oh, we're going to play this. Actually, no, we're not going to play this. We're going to wait a turn until I can guaranteed get a land off this. I'm just going to Thoughtseize my opponent, I think. I could leave up Vanishing Verse, I guess. Thoughtseize just doesn't do anything, right? I may as well just leave it in my hand. Just draw better? Yeah, I agree. I do need to do better at that. I'm just going to pass. Next turn I can play Paragon and replay Shambling Vent, which is pretty sick. Punished. There's like no way I'm supposed to play it there, right? Like there's just like plenty of removal spells for it. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play to them top decking Thoughtseize. It is the first one. But then I could just lose it to any removal spell. Or many of them that could kill it. Assassin's Trophy, Murderous Rider. Alright, that is a very good draw. I'm going to Thoughtseize them now, see what the heck's going on. I assume it's a land. Why would you... What? Why would they have waited on that? Oh, okay. I thought that would give them Delirium, but it doesn't. Alright, well, Shieldred. The fact that that's a 5/6 is really nice, too. Alright, attack. If they block and drew Lily of the Veil, this would be really bad for me. Maybe I just don't attack. Just force them to peel and answer. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to give Liliana. I'm not going to give them Liliana of the Veil as an out here. Yeah, Igloo Boy, I think it's like close. All right, well, we got through, which is all that matters, I guess. Typically don't love Thoughtseize in these kind of matchups, but maybe we still want it here, just because in this build we don't have like Go Blank or anything. Oath of Kaya is not terrible. It'll deal with a fair amount of threats. Certainly still want... I don't know. This is interesting. I like a lot of my cards in this matchup. Blood Baron is interesting. Bad against all the edicts, but a problem off the top of the deck, certainly. Maybe because I'm on the draw, I just keep all the Thoughtseizes, I guess. You trim it. Trespasser's probably pretty good because they're playing Delirium. Cathar Commando's pretty bad. I guess we just trim one of these and maybe I go down another one and play Blood Baron. Either that or I play Oath. Don't actually hate an Oath of Kaya. Deals with Tireless Tracker, deals with Ooze, deals with Trespasser, can go at a Liliana if need be. Blood Baron's really interesting to me too, though. I think Obsidian might just be enough 5s. That is close. I like that Oath's just another way to kill things, though. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if we can get a W on the board. Can we get a 2-3? God dang it, Chris. That's hilarious. That's a really funny reason for that name. Sand's fine in a mid-range mirror. I don't, like, love it, but it's good enough. That'll be good if it doesn't get Thoughtseized, I'll tell you what. I'm going to hide this for as long as possible, so let's just play this on black, I guess. Okay. Everybody's just going to sit here and do nothing. Sounds good to me. Could play the Wedding Announcement. That's not great into Abrupt Decay. But I'm pretty happy with all my land drops. I could go Liliana Plus, get rid of Shieldred. Really want to get the Abrupt Decay out of their hand, and plussing here isn't terrible because I have more resources than my opponent anyway. Shieldred probably going to be one of our worst cards. I don't want them to be able to deal with this necessarily. I don't know, that's pretty interesting. Could just play the announcement and make them have it. You like announcement. Yeah, I don't know, Mike. I mean, it's pretty bad against Decay, right? It's, like, not impressive at all. It's even worse against Tear Asunder. Sure. Alright. I almost promise they have it. They've done nothing for... I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they don't, but I would bet they're going to have an answer to the wedding announcement here. And I think I would have rather that, and it was Terra Sunder. Yeah, that's like worst possible. So it got exiled too. At least they don't have Terra Sunder for Obsidian later though. I guess we just make them... they're just going to Lily Edict this is the problem. It's not even a very good play. I guess I just go land go. Like, I don't really need to do anything right now. I don't want to play this into Lily Edict. That seems heinous. Yeah, I guess. How about Lily Uptick here? The problem with Lily Uptick here is then they just fire up... I guess firing up Lair and hitting it isn't the biggest deal. Because then they're not deploying anything else. And again, if they have another answer, they have to use it. Alright, I guess I'm into this. That's fair. Yeah, and I guess once they kill our Lily, we can buy it back with Paragon, too. And they have to respect Fatal Push here, I think, so... This is probably fine. Chariot? Oh, Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay. Fine with us. That is true. Still think I hide this until we can, like, activate it. Although if they do blow it up, I just replay it with Paragon. So maybe I actually tempt them to blow it up. Kind of interesting. They also just missed their land, so they don't have a Field of Ruin anyway. Guess I just get this out of my hand. Yeah, hopefully. That's the hope. Hopefully they don't have another Terra Sunder. Power Word Kill would be pretty brutal here, too. So we just do this. Combat. If they don't have anything that can deal with the Obsidian, we're in good shape. If they do have something that can deal with the Obsidian, we're still in pretty good shape. We have more lands, more life. We can activate Castle more aggressively. Assassin's Trophy. Sure, now we have even more lands. Now I can actually play Paragon and Liliana here, which seems really nice. I just swamp, I guess. I don't need any more white mana at all. Busted. Yeah, I agree. This is why Assassin's Trophy sucks. Although, this play actually may have not been amazing either, because now... Yeah, we'll see what happens. They could, like, kill my Paragon and then fire up Lair and kill the Liliana. Fortunately, it didn't do that, but scared me. Extinction event. Deal. I think I want to play that and activate Castle. Makes the most sense to me. We can plus afterwards if we want. Could also just not plus. But I think having lands is good for us. I think I'm fine with pitching another Liliana, but we could just keep it. We could just... Taking the ultimate's probably wise, though. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the ulting. Well, it was certainly an argument to hold the other one, but that's all right. Guess that's fine. We know their last card's a spell, so let's just get it out of there. Oh, a pulse? Yeah, no thanks. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. I'm going to wait to play that. There's no reason to play that and let the... Because I don't want to plus... Yeah, go ahead. Otherwise, the lair could have just killed this, so it didn't make a lot of sense to play it. Sure. That's a good one. Now we are cooking with gasoline. That is true. We could Liliana Plus, but I think that's still wrong. Well, the good news is, even if he can deal with this Obsidian, the Obsidots have been insanely good for just, like, drain 4, you discard a card. Okay. Could have played Lily and done nothing with it, I guess. That was probably the play. Ooh. Well, now I play Sarah Paragon and then Lilium out of the graveyard. Yeah. Alright. Well, we can win a mid-range mirror at least. Try and get some play points back here. It's been a pretty brutal league. The first two losses in particular, the loss to Mono Green was annoying, but like Mono Green just kind of did what Mono Green does. It happens. We're gonna keep this. We're on the draw. It's a pretty nice hand on the draw. Thoughtseize, Fatal Push. Hopefully Trespasser. Hopefully we hit a lot of our lands so we can Obsidon on time, but certainly a keep. It's a nice draw. Their hand is quite good. Could just take the Grease Fang. Might be what I have to do. I think it is very likely take Grease Fang here. Beating Chariot's going to be hard, but I think we can certainly do it. Taking an Enabler doesn't really work there because they had two of them. Okay. Got a Courtyard in hand. They played this. Obviously, we don't know what their draw step was. I think I just play a Missionary as a 2/3 lifelinker here. Can't stay away a little bit tilting. Although they can't flash it back till 5 mana, so we should be good. Yeah, let's just do this. Yep. Okay. Probably a Witherbloom command. Have to imagine. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, nothing too crazy there. They grabbed a land. I'm not sure which one. Well, it's attack for 2. Get some life. Can play a Trespasser, get some more life. Get some garbage out of their yard. I'm going to take the Grease Fang out for now in case they draw another Can't Stay Away. Get that out of here. Next turn, very likely just going to play a land and pass. Let my Trespasser flip so it can trade with Chariot if I wanted it to. And now I know nothing about their hand. Takanuma doesn't do really very much, so I'm just going to play this. I could Fatal Push at 2/2. Seems a little medium, though. I think we're just trying to sit. Obsidian can certainly take the game over. Their 2/2s don't really matter very much, because I can just block them with both my dudes, so let's just say go. Go ahead. Yep. The question is, do we push the chariot or do we just push the cat that he tries to clone? So we could block with the 2-3 and then just push the chariot. Problem is then I can get Lily Edicted. I don't love that. They just Fatal Push the token he's trying to clone here. That seems perfectly reasonable to me. And then just no blocks. And start flickering an Obzit out every turn. No blocks. Them doing nothing here has got to be pretty good for me, I think. Just really need them to not have a third copy of Grizzly Salvage. I don't think I'm really going to play around it. I think we just need to hope they don't have that. But okay. Play this, combat, send both. Could leave the 2-3 back, but I think we want to hit. Want to get some pressure going. Can't stay away, goodbye. We'll eat the land in case they get more Withered Bloom commands, I guess. Okay. Obzadaddy. They do have something here. I feel like it is a third copy of Grizzly, which is pretty absurd. Go. I will flicker it. It's pretty gross as well, but it's not too busted at least. Another Grease Fang into the bin. No Parahelions. Okay, that went well for us. Sure. Okay. I'll take some damage. Sure. Yep. That's a nice one. Would I rather have cards or bodies? Probably cards. I'd probably just like send the missionary and the Obsidian. If they double block here, it means they're taking 5, which puts them on a significantly quicker clock here. Could always Takanuma this back as well, which is kind of nice. Huh. Don't think I need any more white mana at all, so let's do that. I'm certainly sending this. The question is, do I send any more than this? Depends if I want cards versus 1/1s. And if I care if they trade with the missionary. 1/1s prevent them from going wide, which I kind of like, I guess. So maybe I just do this. Kind of want cards, but maybe that's a poor evaluation of what's going on in the game. Yeah, actually, thinking about this more, I think I just want to leave this back and make 1/1s. Keep all of these back. These two are the only things that can attack me. I think I dig that. Yep. Go. That's terrifying. They're going to find a pair healing eventually. It's the... Yeah, there it is. Huh. No attack with Chariot, huh? It's interesting to me. Sure. Don't know that I'll be able to come back from that. Now I can start cloning angels with Chariot too. It's like really not great for me at all. Liliana doesn't quite do it here. Not quite do it here. Well, the rest seems fine. Grasp seems fine. Ley lines obviously all coming in. We like Extinction Event. Not a ton. Tell you what I don't like. Liliana of the Veil, no thanks. Fatal Push I think is pretty poor too, to be completely honest, but I think Fatal Push is like quite bad, I really do. Wonder if I bring in Raidane to make Chariots a million mana at a hard cast. Some argument for that, I think. And like one of these, cut all the pushes. I just don't think push is very good in black-white. It's really hard to trigger the Revolt. It's certainly possible, but we don't have Treasures of Blood lying around. So they seem bad to me. But I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna try Raidane. Maybe even 2. Wedding Announcement's pretty medium. Medium to bad. Think I like this. The Wedding Announcement's interesting, but I think it's worse than our other options. Maybe I go down in Obsidian. Obsidian's not super good here, and I don't really want to tap out very often. Yeah, let's try that. I'll try this. Oh, we'll keep this. Is there any reason to play this Sanctum on 1, or would I rather just Thoughtseize on 1? I'd rather just Thoughtseize on 1. Don't think there's like any downside to doing it this way. I might just take a Rafine's Informant here. Their hand's pretty bad, so I kind of like not letting them filter. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I don't know if it's right or not, but it's what we're doing. Well, we'll see if I can miss a land drop. It's probably what's going to happen, but... Satyr Wayfinder gets pitched, huh? Okay. Oh my goodness. It enters tapped, but I'll still take it. Pretty awkward that I think I need to Vanishing Verse this, but I don't think I can take all that damage. It's just too much pressure between that and Greasefang. Awkward because I would obviously like Verse to deal with a Chariot, but here we are. So his hand is 3 lands and Greasefang. 1 unknown. Get versed. Okay, I'm going to lead on announcement. Reason being is that if they have Liliana, this makes a lot more sense. It also just gets me to the Anthem quicker. Sure. So, what did they get with this? A Godless Shrine? So I believe they have these 2 in their hand. Actually, yeah, they have another pathway. It might not be Dark Boar, but do I offer this trade? I think offering the trade is probably acceptable, to be honest. I don't know, though. They're going to get Anthemed in a turn, so maybe it's not right to offer. Might not be. Yeah, I think I'm just not going to offer. Let's just do this. Pass. I think I'll trade off. Yeah, this seems like a perfectly fine block for me. He might have another one, but I don't really care. Totally cool just getting that off the board. Sure. Yep. It's a Beseiju. Oh, maybe not. Abrupt Decay, the wedding announcement. Oh, that's annoying. Still have a Leyline. I'm just gonna get this going. Go. Start killing them with their draw steps. Start gaining a bunch of life. Alright. Does not do much against Shieldred, fortunately. Shieldred just completely shuts off his entire board. I am going to Thoughtseize. See if they have that Beseiju in hand. Nope, just a couple Parahelions. Alright. Exile that. Play this. Could eat my other Trespasser, but that makes Paragon significantly worse, so I'm just going to eat nothing. And pass the turn. They'll go to 12 on their draw. Now we just sit here and let Shieldred just win the game. Their draw step will just slowly kill them. That's ridiculous how good of a draw that was, but it's fine. Still doesn't beat Shieldred. Certainly annoying. I'm honestly surprised they didn't just get aggressive there. I think they were supposed to. Alright, well this can buy back a Trespasser, I guess. Yep. Sure. Down goes the missionary. No blocks, obviously. Draw step puts us to 12. There we go. It's a pretty nice draw, all things considered. Kinda don't hate just sending Shieldred. Because their only options for blocking are either Crew Chariot and try to double block, or double block with Greasefang Cat Token. Either way I can verse. So I'm going to send this. Means I won't have great blocks, but if they lose their stuff here, I think that's pretty good for me. Now they have a lot less pressure going on. We get this going. Oh, we get two things? Heck yeah. I think I just eat the... Well, I've cast two spells, so I guess I probably just want to eat both these. It's obviously not great if I draw like a Paragon or whatever, but I think the double drain here is huge. Now they go to 6 on their draw. Dude, how many Grease Fangs are you going to draw? It's pretty frustrating, because now he can crew both. I think maybe he's supposed to do, to be honest. Okay, not what he's going to do. So I guess he attacks, kills the Trespasser, discards his last card. Okay. We take 6, go to 8, go to 10 on our draw. Okay. A little awkward, but not the end of the world. I think I attack here. His best block is just put the Wayfinder on it, and that's fine. Then we play this. That makes sense. Could also leave it back, I guess. I kind of like getting his 1/1 off the board. No matter what, he's going to block, so I don't think not playing this makes much sense. I guess one problem with attacking is it just like, maybe I just don't attack, because their draw step puts them to 4, then I can just swing with Paragon next turn, put them to 1, and kill them with their draw step with Shieldred. So maybe attacking is just not necessary. It opens me up to more problems. Yeah, they concede. Okay. Hard-fought game there, for sure. Raidane seems very medium, but making Chariot cost more mana is certainly real. It's possible Sleeper isn't good. Really not sure, to be honest. Sleeper, I like that it pressures pretty well. Starting to wonder if I should have left Fatal Pushes in. If I'm supposed to have them in to deal with those 2-minute 3/2s, potentially. I don't want to just get beaten to death. Now that I'm on the draw, there's certainly more argument for them. Yeah, let's cut these Raidanes. I don't think that's actually a very good plan. Obsidian might be a little slow and clunky too. Bring in another Fatal Push. Cut these Sleepers. I don't think they're particularly good either. But I do think just 2-mana 3/1 might be good enough. I'm going to cut the Obsidian and bring in another push. I'm a little worried that I can't close the game, but we do have Shieldred. Shieldred and Paragon are just how we have to close, I think, if I go on this plan. Yeah, I don't know. This is what we're going to do, though. Opponent's like kind of low on clock. We might want to keep our eye on that, but how about 6 lands Thoughtseize? What do we think of 6 lands Thoughtseize? I think we're gonna mulligan again. It's like the 5th mull we've had in this league. Not great. It's just not decks that mulligan very well. Well, that's a really good hand. Just get rid of one of the hand hate spells, probably the Duress. Let's do that. Go. It's pretty nice. Thoughtseize. Might just take this Asika's Chariot. The Witherbloom command is also pretty annoying, but this has got to be Chariot. Like, if they Boseiju this, I can still certainly win the game. And this is getting exiled here, which is huge. Yeah. Go. Pretty good draw from them. Okay. Guess I just Thoughtseize, take a decay, and then play that tapped. Could, I guess, take the command. The command's really annoying. Decays I can certainly work through. Command I don't know how much I care about, though, because I have the Trespasser to eat things. I need to get pressure on them. It's actually a really tough call. Decay is such a good answer to Trespasser. We do get to buy back the Trespasser when they kill it, but that takes a long time to develop. Their mana is kind of non-functional, though, right now, so maybe it is just the command. But I kind of like getting pressure. This gets to rebuy Boseiju, too, which is pretty annoying, but I don't know how much that actually matters. That is tough. Really, really tough. I guess I'm going to take the command. I don't know. It's really, really close. I think I like forcing them into missing land drops, though. Okay, they don't even Boseiju me yet. That's fine. I think I'd rather lead on this. That way, Trespasser can still get an eat, potentially. So I would like to eat their Boseiju when they Boseiju my ley line at some point. They're going to have to eventually. Sure. I'm fine with some more things going to their exile zone, I suppose. Play this, let them decay it. Actually, no. Play this, buy back. Yeah. This, buy back the other one is the play now. And now we just keep looping this forever, so... Their removal does nothing now. This is just something I'll do every single turn, is just keep buying the other one back. So I assume they besiege... Oh, okay, they still don't besiege you. It's interesting. Attack for 2. Play this. I think I'm going to hold the Iganjo in my hand for now. We might win on time alone. It's certainly possible. Not 100%, but... What? Why would they do nothing there? No Beseiju and no Decay? I don't get it. No, that confuses the crap out of me. All right, well, we got a 2-3. Hard to complain. I think we got really unlucky to lose our 3 games, to be honest. Like, the game, it's not the mono green one. The mono green one's whatever. Like, we just got beat against mono green. But the other 2 were kind of ridiculous. That had to be a paid actor. I don't know what that was, man. Not using Decay, not using Beseiju. Oh, that's true, too. That's true, too, to Candio. That's funny. Oh, man, dude.